Good morning, good morning. I'm a little slow this morning. I hope that y'all are having a good time. And I'm gonna have to look back and forth. Let's see, I'll move this over just a little bit so I can see your comments. And I'll wait just like a minute or two. I'm not expecting a whole lot of people, but I'm going to be answering questions that came up this month. Sorry, I know the ring light is, let's see what's like without it. It's fine without it. That way you don't see the loop in my glasses. The questions that came up sorry, I'm not looking at it. I want to get in here. So I want to see the comments y'all have. The questions that came up this month. And I have a few that I've kind of collected as we've gone, and I felt like they were important questions that everybody would like to know, including there's some people that are doing this so long that don't do Facebook, so they're just on YouTube, and I thought that would be nice for them to see some of those questions because there's not a lot of questions being asked on YouTube at this time. So hopefully y'all will get to understand kind of how we're doing this. I tend to respond to all the questions, and I just want y'all to know that I'm doing this personally and by myself. I don't have an assistant helping me, so be patient with me a little bit when I'm getting back with you. I'm also in the process of buying a house right now, so that's kind of craziness that's going on, but we're going to be settled into that by the end of March, and then I'll be able to kind of focus directly on this without having a million other things going on in my mind. But I think we're doing pretty good. I think that everyone is there were a few bumps at the beginning, and that's okay, but there always is with any kind of new project that you start and things like that. You're always learning as you go, and I'm a believer that learning doesn't come easy. I'm a believer that it's, trying to think of the word, basically no pain, no gain. It's the difficulties that breed the learning. It's the hard times that you think about where you've learned the most from. Not that sewing has to be difficult, but a couple of bumps aren't going to, ruin the whole thing. All right, so without further ado, I will get to it. Some people were asking about block size. Julie, that's where I thought that I had lost my cards, and now I don't know where the pattern is. So I have got to find that. I couldn't find it before I got here. Anyway, in the pattern, Julie did not talk about any block sizes other than cutting piece sizes. So I'm not so worried about your block sizes as long as they're consistent. The consistent part is the most important part. So a scant quarter inch, just use it consistently the whole time. So if you don't have a scant quarter inch foot, and not all machines come with that availability, just use your quarter inch foot, or if you're using the edge of your foot that you know is a quarter inch, that's fine. Just do it consistently so your whole quilt's that way, and it'll be fine. I use a scant quarter inch, but that's what comes on my machine, and it works out great for me, so I'm doing that. Basically, that's just be consistent in the use of your foot. If you started with one foot, do the whole thing with that foot, and everything should match up, and you should get consistent block sizes with that. Okay, wide backs. I wanted to show you, people were talking about wide backs. I really shouldn't have done a morning when I'm not a morning person, but I wanted to show you what I'm doing, and I am going to wait for this because it's not going to come until, probably like September, October. Here we go. I'm going to turn my computer around so hopefully you can see it. If it ever comes up on the internet, it's okay, Phosphor and Venom. I am going to be using this Libs Elliott Venom wide back on my gravity quilt, and I am going to wait for it. So she's coming out with a black and a white version, and that's available in September, but wide backs are kind of slow right now in the industry, so expect that October. That's the wide back that I'm going to use. If you like it, I'll post a picture later. If you like it, I'm going to offer you kind of a discount on that one if you order through me. Not that I expect you to use that wide back. I just think it's really fun, and I loved it. And as soon as I saw it, I said, that's what I want on the back of my Gravity. So I'll post a picture of it. If anybody's interested, I can give you a little discount on that. But I am very curious as we go along, the wide backs that you're going to be using. That's the fun part, right? To me, that's the real fun part, when you get to do something different, or, you know, just have fun with it. A lot of people are using other fabrics, and even, not that I'm encouraging this, but even with our kits, they're starting to add other little pieces for some interest. I think it's turning out beautiful. And if you would like to do that, don't feel bad. Go ahead and use those different fabrics. Who knows? I may pop something in one of mine too. I think that's really gorgeous, actually. Making smaller and larger. Larger, I've talked with Julie about this, and she's thinking about it. Since she's going to do her sew along in 2015 for the 10th anniversary, she's considering doing a pattern to make it a king size. I plan on, once I get mine finished, or when I have a little bit of time, probably in the summer sometime, seeing how much it'll take to make a king size. Just kind of sketching it out and seeing how many more pieces. As for making it smaller, making it a twin size, just cut it to size. Make your quilts, and if you know you're not going to go that big, then don't worry about your, the grays on the outside, and just cut it to size. It'll cut off some of the color, but if you want a twin, you want a twin. So just kind of just cut it down, especially if you've already started. I would say shrink your block sizes, but if you've already started, just cut it to size, whatever size you like. I've been known to do that too. And even if it cuts off a little bit of the design, it's not a problem. Okay. I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room, the cutting and starching. I know this has been an issue, and I wish that there was something I could do about it now, but I can't. I can only give you a workaround for the pieces that are a little bit short. It seems to me that the only blocks or the only pieces that it's going to affect are those diamonds. But even in the pattern, she says you may not get 2 in a row of the diamonds from the 10-inch square. So she even knows, Julie even expected, that this may not happen. I was able to get it even if it was a little under 9 3/4. 9.5 was too short, but 9 3/4 I could get 2 from. So that's why I'm recommending you turn it to the largest size. Should be one side that has a 10. And I don't know what happened. Honestly, I don't know why I used a precision cutter for 10 inches. I don't know why they're not 10 inches. Some of them are, some of them aren't. I don't know what happened. Basically, that system failed me. And at this point, again, all I can do is give you the workaround. So turn it to where the longest length is vertical to you. So that way you're cutting your strips as long as possible to get it. Again, really, it's only a problem with the diamonds. The rest of them, you're cutting 6.5 inches out of a 10-inch piece. It's gonna work no matter what you do, right? No matter how small it is. To starch or not to starch. I'm not going to promote it anymore. I don't know why some people's has been shrinking and mine has not. Don't starch if your fabric is shrinking. Now, the person who talked about me not using Kona solids, I did use Kona solids, and if you need me to prove it to you, I can, by way of receipts that I paid to Robert Kaufman. But I did use Kona. I would never, ever, ever, that is not the kind of person I am, would substitute something when I tell you what I'm sending you, I am sending that to you. I don't do that. I don't substitute, and I don't try to trick anyone in any way. The manufacturing of fabrics since COVID has changed. The fabric textures have changed. The way that they process them has changed. I don't know why it's shrinking more now than it did in 2015. I can't answer that question. I can talk to them, but I don't think that they'll know either. They'll say it's the same process probably. So anyway, if you feel like your fabric is shrinking too much, don't starch it. Just don't. Just go with it. Penning will help with that bias edge. Don't stretch it out. Just be gentle when you're sewing, and you shouldn't have a problem. So we'll continue to talk about the cutting. During the cutting videos, I'll remind you to turn it to the longest length. And yes, I will try to remember to close my rotary cutter. That's funny. She kept saying, close your rotary cutter. All right. So finishing tops. What's the protocol to get your finisher pen? Either post a picture on the Facebook page here, and I will see it. I will see your finished product. So Diane Ruiz, she finished hers, and I already marked it down that she's going to get her finisher pen. And if you're not on Facebook, if you are on YouTube, send me a picture via message on Facebook, email, message on my website, whatever. Send me a picture or tag me on Instagram of your finished piece, and I will mark you down on the list for the finisher pens. Those are sent out in January. We're giving everybody through January of 2025 to finish, kind of that extra month. So we'll send them out towards the end of January and give everybody a chance to make that. So the video drops, that was some of the questions. First month, no one's gotten used to it yet. I was a little late on one, scheduled it wrong. Sorry. I plan on dropping the videos at 8 a.m. the first, second, and third week, which would be the cutting. The first week is cutting, the second week is sewing, and the third week is tips. And then I will do this live Mondays at 10 a.m. and answer any of those questions. And feel free to ask me any questions live too. If you have a question while we're live, I'll answer it then as well. All right, that was all the talking points that I have. If you have any questions, please let me know. Let's see, go over here. I don't think, usually I'll see any questions that pop up here. So I don't think that anybody's asked a question. Nope. All right, are y'all ready for the winners? Yay! So at the end of the question, that's the fun part, I will talk about the winners. So today we are giving away one of these Aliso mini irons, and this is the new one, and the colors, I don't know what the colors are. It is kind of what you get because they sent them to us and I didn't get to choose. There is now a light on it. I don't know if I turn it on, if you can see it. It lights up, and there's a light that comes out the front here. Yeah, you can kind of see it, the light that comes out the front. I'm not gonna leave it on though. And if you leave it down like this, it stays on for 10 minutes and then cuts off. So there's an automatic shut off. Or if you lift it up, it stays on for 30 minutes and it raised the handle a little bit, so it's not so hot. So the person winning the iron is Andrea Burham. She is winning. She is the winner of the iron this month. How exciting is that? And the second winner is getting the By Annie Stiletto and a bottle of the Magic crafting spray. So the winner of the stiletto and crafting spray is Jalen Thomas. Jalen Thomas. So those are our 2 winners this month. And if you win one time, you can't be in the drawing for it again. Everyone who signed up for the Sew Along has been entered. So there will be 24 winners this year. So exciting. I will send them an email that they won because they're not on this morning. And then I will ship their items out to them later today. So fun, fun, fun. I am loving seeing your blocks. That's the highlight of my day, honestly. It is the absolute highlight of my day to see y'all making your blocks and posting them and things like that. All right, month 2 is right around the corner. One thing about month 2, the live video in the 4th week will be done while I'm driving from QuiltCon. So I'll be at QuiltCon, and then QuiltCon ends on Sunday, and we'll be driving from Raleigh to Houston. Whew, on Monday. So I will do it while we're in the car. You won't have the nice pretty fabrics behind me and stuff like that. But all right, let's get to sewing block 2. If you haven't moved ahead, let's see. So there's not an issue to continue with the blocks and complete early. Lori, we will be in all month drawing. Oh yeah, you'll be in. Oh, absolutely. You can finish as early as you want. You don't have to do it month to month like we're doing it. You can finish it. And see what else. I have no choice but to continue on. Plus, I'm having, oh, thank you, Lori. That is awesome. She's saying she's just having so much fun with it. And yes, I would love, she's going to submit it to the county fair in August. Oh, that would be so exciting to see how it does there. Yes, and you'll stay in the drawings the entire time. And everyone gets a participation patch who is signed up. So that goes out in January of 2025 too. So if you finish and you participated, you get both the patch and the pin. So much fun. Yes. Oh, this is exciting. Everybody's finishing. I'll finish early too, only I'm not going to quilt it until that wide back comes in September. So, all right, guys, I'm going to head off here. I got to get into the shop, and I got to run some errands about my house, and I will see you in Raleigh. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't have the right accent. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I'll catch you next week with the cutting of month 2. Bye.